Cinderella. There once lived a pretty young girl called Cinderella, with her father, stepmother, and two stepsisters called Drizella and Anastasia. The stepmother and her daughters were very cruel, making Cinderella do all the chores.
Cinderella! Cinderella! Look at the time! Cinderella still hasn't brought in my tea. Ooh, I feel a headache starting.
I'm sorry, Mother.
Stop making excuses, you lazy girl.
Just then, Anastasia calls out for Cinderella.
Where has that lazy thing gone? Where is my dress you were supposed to iron?
I was just going to bring it up to you.
Look at you, you filthy thing. Wash yourself before you touch my dress, dirty wretch.
This was poor Cinderella's life. Every day she toiled from morning to night, doing all the household work. Every night, tired, she went up to the attic, where she slept on a bed of straw. One morning, when Cinderella was in the kitchen, she heard her stepmother and sisters talking very excitedly.
Mama, this is an invitation for the prince's ball. He has invited all the pretty ladies of the kingdom to find his bride among them. Mother, Anastasia, we have to visit the dressmaker to make beautiful gowns. Oh, I'm so excited.
I am going to get a green gown and wear my lovely emeralds with it.
And I will get a gown in ice blue and wear my dazzling diamonds and sapphires with it.
My daughters will be the belles of the ball, I'm sure.
The next few days, Cinderella's stepmother and stepsisters visited dressmakers, hairstylists, jewelers, and shoe shops, while poor Cinderella did all the work. Finally, the day of the ball arrived. With Drizella, Anastasia, and their mother getting dressed, each kept calling out for Cinderella to help them get dressed and make last-minute touches to their makeup.
The coach has already arrived. We'd better leave if we are not to be late.
Cinderella's father, stepmother, and stepsisters left for the ball, and Cinderella kept looking till they were out of sight. She then went to the kitchen and sat down among the cinders.
Oh, Mama, why did you go away and leave me?
Suddenly, a blue light filled the room. Cinderella rubbed her eyes to see clearly and saw a queer old lady with soft white curls on her head. Her dress had flounces and jewels sparkled on her dress. In her hand she had a wand, the tip of which glowed blue.
Who are you?
I am your fairy godmother. Now, stop crying and tell me what the matter is.
Nothing is the matter.
Then why are tears streaming down your cheeks? Ah, I see. You're upset because you could not go to the prince's ball with your parents and sisters. Now stop crying. You are going to the ball.
Really? I can go to the ball?
Of course, my dear.
But how, Godmother? I have nothing to wear and no way of going there.
Can you get me a large pumpkin?
A pumpkin? What for?
You ask too many questions, child. Just do as you are told.
Cinderella brought a big fat pumpkin from the garden. The fairy touched it with her wand, and before Cinderella's amazed eyes, the pumpkin changed into a beautiful coach.
Now we need 6 horses to draw the coach. Go and fetch me 6 mice.
Cinderella quickly got the mousetrap from the kitchen corner. The fairy touched the mice with her wand, and they immediately turned into 6 beautiful horses. Next, the fairy godmother changed a nice fat rat with big whiskers to a coachman, and 6 lizards into footmen.
Well, there we go. All set for the ball. Now why do you have that gloomy look on your face?
Fairy Godmother, How can I go to the ball dressed in these rags?
Silly child, I haven't forgotten about your clothes. Come here, stand in front of me.
One touch of her wand, and lo and behold, she was transformed into an absolutely beautiful princess, in a shimmering dress of gold and silver with shining precious stones. Her hair was piled up into a fashionable style with a dazzling tiara on top, and on her small, slim and pretty feet were 2 pretty glass slippers.
Oh, godmother, is this me?
Yes, dear, it is indeed you. You're beautiful to look at, and a loving soul also. Now off you go to the ball.
Cinderella hugged her fairy godmother and started towards the coach.
Just a minute, child. Remember, my power will stop at the stroke of midnight. The coach shall become a pumpkin, and you shall be back in your rags, so make sure you are home before the clock strikes midnight.
I will remember that. Thank you so much for everything, and goodbye.
Cinderella sat in the fancy coach and left for the ball. When she reached, the ball had already started. As Cinderella stepped in, everyone turned to look at her. Cinderella stood uncertainly at the door when the prince himself came forward to guide her in.
I don't think I have ever seen anyone as beautiful as you. Would you please dance with me?
Cinderella let the prince guide her to the dance floor. She couldn't believe that the prince himself wanted to dance with her.
Who is that creature, Anastasia? Doesn't she look familiar? She is a bit pretty, but she can't compare with us.
The prince shall soon leave her and make his way to us.
However, the prince couldn't take his eyes off Cinderella. Cinderella had never enjoyed herself so much in her entire life. When she glanced at the clock, it was about to strike 12. She pulled herself away from the prince and ran down the stairs. In her hurry to leave, one of her little glass slippers fell off. The prince ran after her, but Cinderella was nowhere in sight. As he turned away, Cinderella's little glass slipper caught his eye.
This is the slipper of the lovely lady I have spent the evening with. This has to be love, for I cannot think of a life without her now. Oh, my love, I will find you and will make you mine.
The next morning, the prince called for his courtiers.
Take this glass slipper to every corner of the kingdom till you find the fair lady whose foot it fits.
The courtiers went to each and every home to search for the prince's sweetheart. Finally, they reached the house where Cinderella lived.
We have been sent by the prince. All the fair ladies in this house are requested to please try on this slipper. The one whose foot fits this slipper shall be the prince's chosen wife.
Drizella, come quick. The prince's courtier has come with a slipper. The prince will marry the one it fits.
Oh, I'm sure I'm going to be the chosen one. You may try it on also if it makes you happy, sister.
Always full of yourself as usual. Here, boy, let me try it on.
Anastasia tried the slipper on, but no way would her large foot fit into the tiny slipper.
I don't think that slipper can fit anyone other than a child.
Drizella then tried the slipper. Her foot was slimmer than Anastasia's, but it would not fit into the slipper. although she tried to squeeze it in every way possible.
Excuse me, ladies, is there any other lady in this house?
Of course not. You are just wasting your time. No way will this fit the foot of a lady.
As the courtiers were about to leave, they caught sight of Cinderella near the kitchen door.
This young lady has not tried on the slipper. Please, this way.
Oh, I don't think.
Come, come. Every lady must try it on.
Cinderella came forward shyly and hesitantly to try on the slipper. She slid it on, and the slipper fit her perfectly. Her stepmother and sisters were shocked.
When did she go to the ball? I don't believe this. Oh, will someone get me my smelling salts?
We have good news, Prince. We have with us the young lady whose foot perfectly fit the glass slipper.
The prince immediately recognized Cinderella, even though she was not wearing the grand clothes that she was wearing on the day of the ball. The king and queen were also overjoyed that their son had chosen such a beautiful bride.
My darling, I would have recognized you no matter what you wore. You have stolen my heart, and I cannot wait to make you my princess.
There was great feasting and rejoicing in the kingdom when the prince married Cinderella. Cinderella's family was also invited, who were very repentant of the way they had treated her. However, the good soul that Cinderella was, she forgave her family.
I am blessed to find such a wonderful husband. I shall request him to allow my family to stay at the palace also. I wish I could see my dear godmother just once more to thank her.
Cinderella and her prince lived happily for many years, ruling wisely over their kingdom.
Beauty and the Beast. Once there lived a merchant with his 3 daughters.
Well, dear daughters, I'm off to the market. What would you like me to bring for you?
Oh, Father, please bring me a beautiful dress. And I would like a lovely pearl necklace.
And what can I bring for you, Beauty, my child?
Father, I would be very happy if you could bring me a beautiful red rose.
So the merchant set off for the market, and after finishing his business, he bought the dress and necklace for his 2 daughters.
Ah, well, I've finished my business and shopping. It's time to head back home. It's getting late, so I'll pluck the red rose for Beauty on the way.
The merchant was halfway home when suddenly there was a loud clap of thunder with lightning, and it started raining heavily.
What awful weather. How am I going to reach home in this fierce storm? I can't even see any sign of shelter.
Suddenly, the merchant saw a bright light, and going on near, he saw a beautiful castle. No one seemed to be around, so the merchant went inside.
Oh my. A castle in the middle of the woods. And what a fine spread on the table. Yoo-hoo! Yoo-hoo! Anyone there? Strange. No one seems to be around. Oh well, I hope the owner won't mind if I help myself to some food.
The merchant ate a hearty meal, and then went to find a place to rest.
This is indeed a beautiful castle, and the bed there looks so inviting. Just what I need.
The merchant was very tired, and fell into a deep sleep, waking only when the sun peeked in through the windows.
Oh, that was a good sleep. The weather seems fine now. I'll have a quick wash and make my way back home. Ooh, I can smell some heavenly breakfast.
Once again, a very fine meal was laid on the table. The merchant had his fill, and was now ready to leave.
I wish I could meet the owner of this castle to thank him, but can't see anyone around. Well, I guess I'd better be on my way.
So saying, the merchant made his way to his horse, and was pleased to note that his horse had also been given fresh hay. Just as he was about to mount his horse, he saw a bush with beautiful red roses, and remembered his daughter's wish. But as he plucked the rose, a horrible-looking beast dressed in royal finery glared at him from behind the bush, with eyes blazing.
You're an ungrateful man. I gave you food to eat and my bed to sleep. And this is how you repay me? By stealing my beautiful flowers? You shall be killed for this.
Oh, sir, I'm very, very sorry. I didn't mean to steal. My youngest daughter, Beauty, had asked me to bring her a rose flower, and I was taking it for her.
Well, I will let you go on one condition.
Anything, sir. I will do anything.
When you go back, you will send your daughter, Beauty, to live with me here in my castle.
What? Oh, sir.
You can leave only if you agree to my condition.
The merchant had no choice but to agree to the beast's condition. With a heavy heart, he left the beast's castle and returned home.
Oh, Father, I love this dress. I can't wait to try it on. This pearl necklace is just beautiful. I'm sure my friends will be so envious.
Thank you for this beautiful rose, Father. But why do I get the feeling that something is worrying you?
Oh, my dear, dear Beauty. Unlike your sisters, you know me so well. I really don't know how to tell you.
You can tell me anything, Father. I just don't want to see you troubled like this.
The merchant then told Beauty all that had happened, and the promise he had made to the beast.
My dear, I don't want you worrying your pretty head about it. I'll figure something out.
No, Father. You have given your word. It is because of my rose that this happened, so I will go to the beast.
With a heavy heart, the merchant went out and left his precious daughter at the beast's castle. Beauty was at first terrified on seeing the beast, but the beast was so gentle and kind to her that slowly Beauty lost her fear of him.
The beast is very ugly, in fact, quite frightening to look at. But he has treated me so well. He is indeed a noble soul.
So life went on. Beauty spent her days in the beautiful gardens of the palace, and the evenings she would sit in front of the fireplace doing embroidery. The beast sat near her, happy just observing her. However, one day things changed.
Beauty, I've been wanting to ask you something for a very long time. Will you be my bride?
Beauty was shocked. She had got used to the beast around her, but marriage? She could not even think of marrying such an ugly creature.
I do like you a lot, sir, but the thought of marriage has never entered my head.
It's all right. I'm not offended by your answer.
No more was said, and life continued as usual. However, the beast understood that Beauty was missing her family, and one day he gave her a magic mirror.
My dear, I know you are missing your father and sisters. Come, have a look in this mirror.
Beauty could not believe her eyes. There in the mirror she could see her father and sisters so clearly, though they were so far away.
Oh, sir, you are too kind. I don't know how to thank you.
One day, when Beauty went to the magic mirror, she was shocked to see her father ill and in bed. She ran up to the beast.
Sir, I just saw my father in the magic mirror. He is ill and remembering me. Can you please let me go and visit him?
The beast was very angry and stomped out of the room. However, when he saw how sad Beauty was, he went up to her.
All right, Beauty. I'll let you go to your father, but on one condition. You have to return to the castle in 1 week.
I promise I will come back. You have been so kind to me. I cannot even think of breaking my promise.
And so Beauty went to visit her sick father.
My child, oh, how I've missed you. I cannot forgive myself for the situation I have put you in.
No, no, father. You must not blame yourself and make yourself ill. The beast has been extremely kind to me. And even though I miss you and my dear sisters, I can see you every day through a magical mirror that the beast has given me.
With his precious daughter with him again, the merchant became well very soon. Beauty was so happy to be with her family again, and she completely forgot about the promise she had made to the beast. And one night, she had a horrible dream. She saw the beast calling out her name. He seemed to be in a lot of pain and was begging Beauty to return to him.
Oh, how could I have forgotten the promise I made to the beast? He has been so good to me, looked after me so well. I have been so happy with my own family that I completely forgot about him.
Beauty rushed to her father's room.
Father, father!
What's the matter, my child? What's happened? Are you not well?
I must leave immediately, father. I saw the beast in my dream. He was pleading with me to return and seemed to be in a lot of pain. I must hurry, father. If anything happens to the beast, I shall never be able to forgive myself.
Yes, dear, you must go back. But why don't you wait until morning?
No, father. I must not delay for a minute. The beast needs me, and I must go to him immediately.
So saying, Beauty quickly got ready and ran to her horse, and was soon on her way to the beast's castle. When she reached, she could not see the beast anywhere.
I hope I am not late. I couldn't bear it if anything happened to the beast. After being away from him, I now realize how good he was. Oh, where do I look for him?
Suddenly, Beauty heard a groaning sound from the garden.
Well,
She ran there, and among his beautiful rose bushes lay the beast. She then sat down near the beast, and tears started flowing down her cheeks.
I am so sorry that I broke my promise. I didn't mean to. I really didn't. Please, don't leave me. I want to marry you. I really do.
Suddenly, a miracle happened before Beauty's astonished eyes. As soon as she uttered the words, the beast began to transform into a handsome young man.
What is happening? Who are you?
Beauty, I am actually a prince. The prince of this castle. An evil witch had cast a spell on me. She changed me into this beast that you saw me as. Only if someone agreed to marry me the way that I was, would the spell be broken. I fell in love with you as soon as I saw you, and I now know that you are a lovely person also. I was afraid to let you go in case you did not come back. Beauty, will you marry me?
I feel I am in a dream. Is this really happening?
This is no dream, my darling. I am a prince. And now you are going to become my beloved princess. Come, let's go and tell your father. I am sure he was very sad that you had to stay here. But now when he knows the truth, he would no doubt be very happy for us.
Beauty and her prince led a long, happy, and loving life.